Even younger people aren't. We've learned a lot. But he wants to shut it down.
His eyes opened up when he mentioned children.
By continuing, if you look at Pennsylvania, if you look at certain states that have been shut down, they have Democrat governors all. One of the reasons they're shut down is because they want to keep it shut down until after the election on November 3rd.
I want to move on to another subject. I want to move on to another subject.
But those states are not doing well that are shut down right now.
Respond to that.
President Trump,
you have begun to increasingly question the effectiveness of masks as a disease preventer, and in fact recently you have cited the issue of waiters touching their masks and touching plates. Are you questioning the
masks are okay. You have to understand, if you look, I mean, I have a mask right here. I put a mask on it, when I think I need it. Tonight, as an example, everybody's had a test, and you've had social distancing and all of the things that you have to, but I wear masks when needed.
There's the dentures again, Joe.
Okay, let me ask.
I don't wear a mask like him. Every time you see him, he's got a mask. He could be speaking 200 feet away from me.
Lord of the Rings,
the biggest mask I've ever seen. I will say,
Crypt keeper.
Go ahead, sir.
Look, the way to open businesses is give them the wherewithal to be able to open.
Yeah, tell us what to do, Joe.
But I was asking you, sir, about masks.
Well, masks make a big difference. His own head of the CDC said if we just wore masks between now, if everybody wore masks in social distance between now and January, we'd probably save up to 100,000 lives. It matters.
And they've also said the opposite. They've also said,
no serious person said the opposite.
They also said, exactly, they said totally different things.
Dr. Fauci said the opposite.
I want to ask you, we got a little bit more than a minute left in this
masks
segment.
are not good. Then he changed his mind. He said masks are good.
I want to
Exactly.
ask you about one last subject, because your different approaches has even affected the way that you have campaigned.
The mysterious
President Trump, you're
enemy.
holding large rallies with crowds packed together, thousands of people. Outside, yes, sir, agreed. Vice President Biden, you are holding much smaller events with
nobody will show up.
People with
nobody shows up to his rallies.
All right. In any case, why are you holding the big rallies? Why
Nobody wants to go see Joe Biden.
Because people want to hear what I have to say. I mean,
they're not excited about going to see a Crypt keeper.
35,000 people show up at airports.
A pedo.
We use airports.
Are you not worried about
Everybody knows he's a pedo. I looked into Google today. It said Joe Biden.
It's outside.
It said Joe Biden.
Experts. And we do them outside. We have
pedo or something like that.
Crowds, as you see. I mean, every
pervert. That's what it was. Joe Biden pervert. Google it right now. You Google Joe Biden. The first thing that's going to come up is pervert.
Did you see one of the last big rallies he has? And a reporter came up to him to ask him a question. He said, "No. Stand back. Put on your mask. Put on a mask. Have you been tested?" I'm way far away from those other people. And that's what he said. I can't. I'm going to be okay. He's not worried about you. He's not worried about the people out there breathing on one another.
We've had no negative effect.
No negative effect.
We've had no negative effect. And we've had 35,000, 40,000 people at these rallies.
Just quickly finish up, because I want to move on to our next.
Yes, I would. He's been totally irresponsible the way in which he has handled the social distancing and people wearing masks, basically encourage them not to.
All right.
Ben, he's a fool on this.
If you could get the crowds,
he gets in a lot of
thing, but you can't. Nobody cares.
Gentlemen, can we move on?
He talks a big game, calling him a fool.
The economy.
Yes.
The economy is, I think it's fair to say, recovering faster than expected from the shutdown.
Much faster.
In the second quarter, the unemployment rate fell to 8.4% last month. The Federal Reserve says the hit to growth, which is going to be there, is not going to be nearly as big as they had expected. President, you say we are in a V-shaped recovery.
Exactly.
Vice President Biden, you say it's more of a K-shape. What difference does that mean to the American people?
He's got the KKK on his mind because he's friends with Bird.
Segment, you go first.
So we built the greatest economy in history. We closed it down because of the China plague. When the plague came in, we closed it down, which was very hard
he hates the blacks.
psychologically to do. He
Thinks
didn't
they're all
think we
super
should close it down,
predators.
and he was wrong. And again, 2 million people would be dead now instead
It's a
of
nut job.
still 204,000 people is too much. One person is too much.
Ain't nobody gonna vote for him. He's a nut job.
But what happened is we closed it down, and now we're reopening, and we're doing record business. We had 10.4 million people in a 4-month period that we've put back into the workforce.
Exactly.
That's a record the likes of which nobody's ever seen.
Nobody's ever seen
And
anything
he
like
wants to
that, Joe
close down
Biden.
he will shut it down again. He will destroy this country. You know, a lot of people, between drugs and alcohol and depression, when you start shutting it down, you take a look at what's happening at some of your Democrat-run states where they have these tough shutdowns. And I'm telling you, it's because they don't want to open it. One of them came out last week, you saw that. Oh, we're going to open up on November 9th. Why November 9th? Because it's after the election. They think they're hurting us by keeping them closed. They're hurting people. People know what to do. They can social distance, they can wash their hands, they can wear masks, they can do whatever they want. But they got to open these states up. When you look at North Carolina, when you look at these governors are under siege, Pennsylvania, Michigan, and a couple of others, you got to open these states up. It's not fair. You're talking about almost it's like being in prison. And you look at what's going on with divorce, look at what's going on with alcoholism,
the political
drugs.
game for
It's a very, very sad thing. And he'll close down the whole country. This guy will close down the whole country and destroy our country. Our country is coming back incredibly well, setting records as it does it.
He's never hired one person in his life.
And say, let's shut it down.
All right, your 2 minutes, sir. We're now moving
So
to
maybe
you.
his nannies.
As I said, posing the question, the president says it's a V-shaped recovery. You say it's a K-shaped recovery. What's the difference?
The difference is millionaires and billionaires like him in the middle of the COVID crisis have done very well. Another billionaire.
He's done well all his life because he's worked hard. He don't go to sleep at 9:30 or 10 o'clock in the morning. You call it quits every day.
Proposal, and he only focused on the market. But you folks at home, you folks living in Scranton and Claymont and all the small towns and working class towns.
Pennsylvania's not going to vote for you.
What are you doing? This guy paid a total of $750 in tax.
Here we go
Wait,
again.
no, sir, it's just, I understand. You've agreed
Fake
to the
news.
2 minutes, so please let him have it.
Do I get my time back? The fact is that he is, in fact,
Your
working
time's
on
up,
this in a
buddy.
way
47
that
years,
he's
too
the
much.
first president of the United States to leave office, having fewer jobs in his administration
Say a lot of
than when he became
swamp
president.
creature.
Fewer jobs than when he became president. First one in American history.
Freaking pervert.
Secondly, the people who have lost their jobs are those people who have been on the front lines, those people who have been saving our lives, those people who have been out there dying, people who've been putting themselves in the way to make sure that we could all try to make it. And the idea that he is insisting that we go forward and open when you have
Campaigns on
almost
life
half the
support.
states in America with a significant increase in COVID deaths and COVID cases in the United States of America. And he wants to open it up more. Why does he want to open it up? Why doesn't he take care of the American? You can't fix the economy until you fix the COVID crisis. And he has no intention of doing anything about making it better for you all at home in terms of your health and your safety. Schools. Why are schools open?
It's another big
Because
hoax.
it costs a lot.
It's another big hoax. They're trying to bring him down.
They were going to give his administration.
Nancy Pelosi, Hillary Clinton, Obama, they're all in cahoots with the Chinese government.
It's
It's a man-made virus
They've done
made in a
nothing to help
Wuhan
small
lab.
businesses. Nothing. They're closing.
We don't believe anything he's saying. That's straight from the DNC right there.
On the job and take care of the needs of the American
Media
people
matters.
so we can open safely.
All right, your time
Bull
is up, sir.
crap.
We're gonna